Since the Coyote Mustang was introduced, the Roush Axle-Back has been one of the most popular options for those owners. Now that option is available for the 2018 Mustang, and today we're going to install it on this 2018 Mustang GT. The Roush Axle-Back is known for that aggressive race-inspired sound on the previous models, and I expect it's going to sound the same way on the 2018. Just like usual, high-quality construction throughout with 304 stainless steel, mandrel bent pipes, their high-flow mufflers, and then a pair of quad-tip stainless steel polished 304 tips. For this installation, that a lift or a jack and jack stands, 3/8 ratchet, 13mm socket, marker, sawzall, file, and safety glasses. The first thing you obviously want to do is get the car up in the air. Like any other Axle-Back, the Roush will require cutting. Now where you're going to cut, basically going to follow this curve until the pipe gets straight. The first section of the straight part on both sides, we're going to mark and cut. And once you cut it, then slide it out of the rear hanger to remove it. Once you make your cut, you want to grab a file, just clean up this edge here, make sure there's no excess metal sticking out so it'll be easy to get the Roush pipe to slide over. Okay, now grab the Roush muffler, this side specific, and put a clamp over this end here. And start by putting it into the rear hanger first, and then line it up with our cut. You want to snug up the clamp. With the muffler installed, we're going to grab the tip, another clamp, and we'll line that up and also snug it down. All right, make adjustments and snug it all down tight. Repeat the process on the other side and your installation is finished. As you would expect from Roush Performance, the fitment was great. Now let's hear how it sounds. Yeah, obviously that's just cold start, but that's a very familiar sound, very similar to the 15 through 17. Like I said, very familiar. I mean, I always loved the way the Roush sounded on the previous cars. I've had them on Mustangs in the past. They sound great on the 18 as well. Now, obviously, we do a lot of exhaust systems here at CJ's. We know customers love them. They like to hear them, see how they install. The one question I always get is which one's the best. You know, you've heard all these exhausts, you have to have opinions. And obviously I do. I've had some different systems on my car that I've liked over the years. But if you want to dictate best by how popular it is, the Roush is definitely going to be up there. It's always been one of my favorites. If you don't want to get into a full catback and just want to do an Axle-Back, just to get a little more growl out of the car, a little more attitude out of the car, the Roush has always been a great choice. It really does sound good without changing anything else, literally just changing it. And it's gotten to a point, this system is, I mean, it's so popular these days that people can tell, oh yeah, that's a Roush Axle-Back. Like you can almost tell by the sound because it just sounds good. I mean, it gets that nice growl to it, really sounds good throughout the RPM band, but you hit highway speeds and it's quiet. You know, it makes it, like I said, it's a very, very good choice for something that is an easy Axle-Back installation. Price is pretty decent on it, and it sounds really good without any other modifications. Now in the past, you guys know if you're a subscriber to the channel, that we did the Axle-Back in the past and then did resonator deletes on it. And in my opinion now, when you add the resonator delete to the previous systems, it's almost too loud, but judging by our customers, people seem to absolutely love it. Now I'm sure at some point in time, We'll do the same thing here. We'll add a resonator delete and see how it sounds on the current model. But given this sounds very familiar, I'm sure it'll just be like the 15 through 17 where it gets really, really loud when you take the resonator off. That's one of the things that makes the Roush so nice, is if you want to take it to the next step, you can. But for a lot of people, simply throwing this axle back on their car is going to be enough. It sounds great. It's simple to install. The polished stainless steel tips look good. Just a very, very simple add-on to your car that you're going to be very happy with when you have it installed. Just the axle backs installed. You know, the sound is loud enough that it's going to turn people's heads. Hopefully maybe not the police at that point, but it's loud enough that people hear it and turn around to see exactly what's making the sound. Now, like I said, that's with just the axle back. You decide to take it a step further, maybe add that Roush resonator delete, and then that's a whole new level of loud. Like I said, we'll do our best to do that video for you as well, because I'm sure a lot of you guys want to hear that one too. As we expected, the Roush Axle-Back sounds great on the 2018 Mustang GT, and I'm sure it'll be a popular product just like it was in the previous years. I should have mentioned before, this is obviously only for the cars with the passive exhaust system. As far as installation goes, figure about an hour, be back on the road in no time.